Hi, I'm Patrick Reagan, and welcome to Network Switches Part 6, Troubleshooting Switches. In this video, we will finish our videos on switches with troubleshooting switches. We will look at the common problems of network switches and how to troubleshoot. As always, stick around for the practice questions at the end to test your knowledge and help you prepare for the Network Plus exam. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to click the like button, and if you have not already, subscribe to the Pat Has Your Back channel for more tech training content and networking know-how. As discussed in the last few videos on switches, a network switch is a device that connects multiple devices within a local area network or LAN. It functions as a multi-port bridge with each port representing its own collision domain. This means that each connected device enjoys a dedicated communication channel, so there's no need to compete with other devices for bandwidth. Switches operate at Layer 2, the data link layer of the OSI model. They use MAC addresses to perform packet switching, ensuring that data frames are delivered only to the intended destination. When troubleshooting switching problems, try to follow a common methodology combined to help to isolate the problem. When troubleshooting a problem, don't forget to ask if any recent changes have been made to the network. The most common problems with network switches grouped by category include power and hardware issues, duplex and speed mismatch, spanning tree and loop problem, broadcast storm and MAC table issues, VLAN and trunking issues, security and unauthorized access, and connectivity and IP management issues. If a switch won't power on, overheats, or certain ports stop working, stick with the basics. Symptoms: switches off or no LEDs, overheating or random reboots, or some ports never establish a link. To diagnose, verify power source, UPS, or power over Ethernet injector. Check fans and temperature sensors. For Cisco switches, you can use the Show Environment command. Check for faulty or improperly seated cables, including loose connections or damaged connectors, which can cause intermittent connectivity problems. Swap cables to test suspect ports or try other ports. To fix, replace bad power supplies or fans, clean dust and ensure airflow, and mark faulty ports as out of service or replace the switch. If you have slow connections or lots of errors, you will likely have high packet loss, CRC errors, late collisions, and/or the links feel sluggish despite gigabit rating. To diagnose, show interfaces status, where you look for half duplex or errors. Compare switch port config with NIC settings. To fix, set both ends to auto-negotiate, which is preferred, or manually configure matching speed and duplex. If you have a network storm or unstable connectivity, you will have network-wide slowness. In addition, MAC address table flapping and/or the CPU spikes on switches. Check spanning tree to check root bridge and block ports. Look for redundant cables not accounted for in STP. To fix, enable or verify STP, which RSTP is preferred. Use port fast on access ports, not trunks, and use BPDU guard to prevent rogue switches. If you have switch floods with excessive traffic, you have very high bandwidth usage, and possibly end devices randomly drop connections. To diagnose, show MAC address table to check for excessive entries. And monitor broadcast and multicast traffic. To fix, enable storm control, investigate source of abnormal broadcast traffic, and replace faulty NICs or isolate the culprit port. VLAN and trunking issues include hosts in the same VLAN can't ping each other, and trunk ports only carry some VLANs. To diagnose, use the Show VLAN Brief command to verify VLAN membership. Show Interfaces Trunk command to check allowed VLANs. And confirm switch port mode, which is access versus trunk. To fix, reassign ports to the correct VLANs, correct trunk encapsulation 802.1q, and add missing VLANs to trunks. Next, you could have a security and unauthorized access problems. Rogue devices or attackers can disrupt the network, including unknown DHCP servers giving bad IPs, ARP spoofing, or MAC flooding. In addition, if your management plane is accessible via Telnet or HTTP, it is a security vulnerability since the traffic is not encrypted, including when you type in username and passwords. To diagnose, check DHCP leases for unexpected IP ranges, monitor MAC address table changes, and verify management protocols using the show running config. To fix, enable DHCP snooping, dynamic ARP inspection, and port security. Switch to SSH or SNMP version 3 for management, and use ACLs to restrict management access. Symptoms of switch management unreachable or devices can't connect include can't SSH or console into switch, or endpoints can't ping gateway. To diagnose, use the show IP interface brief command to verify management IP and VLAN, and ping the gateway and neighbors. To fix, correct management IP, subnet, and gateway configuration, ensure SVI/VLAN interface is up, and upgrade firmware if there is compatibility issue. Here is a summary of some key issues with their symptoms and key commands to help troubleshoot a particular problem and their potential fix. In here is a little flowchart showing the steps to troubleshoot a switch. Question: two new network switches located in different buildings are connected together with a single mode fiber. However, no link exists between the two switches. Which of the following steps should the technician perform first to troubleshoot the issue? Answer: reverse the TX/RX on the fiber patch cord at one building. Question: the contractor has hired to troubleshoot congestion issues on the network. After a few of the switches have been reconfigured and upgraded by the contractor, congestion worsens and collisions increase. Which of the following is the best action to alleviate the situation? Answer: downgrade the firmware and restore backup configuration. Question: the company upgrades its network and PCs to gigabit speeds. After the upgrade, users are not getting the expected performance. Technicians discovered that the speeds of the endpoint NICs are inconsistent. Which of the following should be checked first to troubleshoot the issue? Answer: devices duplex settings. Question: a network administrator is investigating a network connectivity issue. The administrator runs a command to view the status of the network cards. The administrator receives the following output: RX packets 45,332 and errors 45,332. No dropped, overruns, or frame. Which of the following should the administrator troubleshoot based on the output? Answer: physical layer components. For more information, refer to these sites. In summary, a network switch is a device that connects multiple devices within a local area network or LAN. Switch uses MAC addresses to perform packet switching, ensuring that data frames are delivered only to the intended destination. When troubleshooting switching problems, try to follow a common methodology combined to help isolate the problem. You start with the physical layer, you can check for power and hardware issues. You would then check switch settings including duplex and speed mismatch, spanning tree and loop problems, broadcast storms, MAC table issues, VLAN and trunking issues, security and unauthorized access and connection, and IP management issues. Thank you for watching this video. This completes the switches series of videos. The next series will be network routing and routers. If you like this video, click the like button. If you have not already subscribe to the Pat Has Your Back channel. Thank you.